David Oakes is up first. Do you trust your dog? Please give him a fantastically warm welcome.
Evening, everyone. Go easy with me. It's the first time presenting in front of public. And I'm the warm-up act for Andy. So yeah. Before I start, anyone own a dog? Okay, not everyone. So anyone own a cat? Anyone not put their hands up yet? Right, anyone got a new colleague at work? Right, every time I say the word dog, think new colleague. Right? And if you've not got a new colleague, everyone's got a boss, haven't they? Right, so think boss. Every time I say the word dog. So, do you trust your dog? I've had a bit of time on my hands over the summer since leaving my last job. And that's given me time to rebuild my relationship with my dog. You'll see my dog in a minute. When you're working day to day and you're out from the first thing in the morning, last thing at night, you don't get to spend quality time with your dog. I've had a bit of time to do that. So what I thought I'd do is I'd just talk a bit about how we built that relationship over the last few months and how it's gone on. See if you can find any similarities in that. So, whatever the role a dog plays in your tribe at home, you need to have something, there needs to be trust between you and the dog in order to make that relationship blossom. So, meet my dog. This is my dog, Cleo. I really like this photograph. It's the one that's on my phone that, when you're feeling, you just had a rubbish phone call or you've had a nasty meeting that you just come out of, pick up my phone, look at my dog, makes a smile every time. So, that's my dog, Cleo. As it says there, retired greyhound. Although she doesn't think she's retired, that's my back garden. And for those of you who've seen, is it Field of Dreams, where it says that, if they build it, they will come. I think that's what she's aspiring to. So I think she harps back to the racetrack and wants to be there. So she's about 10 years old. She's not been racing for quite a while. We've had her since 2012. So, yeah. Can I trust my dog? Well, I certainly wouldn't if there's a rabbit in the field. So why did we get Cleo? Why did we get the dog? Well, for the children, they needed someone who they could kind of relate to and build a relationship with to help them come out of the shells a bit. And that's really worked really well. My youngest daughter was really, was really shy and kept herself insular. Now she loves dogs. She makes a fuss of my dog. She wants to walk the dog, everything. So it's really worked on that respect. My wife and I, we needed a bit of an excuse to get out of the house. You know how it is, weather like it is outside, you really don't want to go outside and exercise. Having a dog helps you do that. And for Cleo, what did she really want from coming in and joining a family? Well, basically to escape kennel life, I think. And certainly we saw at the beginning, when we first got her, some of the kennel traits that were still inbred in her. But gradually over time, as she's built the relationship with us as a family, she's really come on leaps and bounds. So before we focus on trust and the kind of things you need to do on trust, you need to think a little bit about needs. And any excuse to get a pyramid on a slide. So I hopefully don't need to explain to you what this pyramid is and what it is on the left-hand side, but I wanted to try and see if I could relate Maslow's needs with the needs of a dog. So let's see if this works. Okay, so down at the bottom level, the physiological level, the basic needs, what does a dog need? Well, good food, clean water, sufficient exercise, with the emphasis on the word sufficient, although for a greyhound it's really great. 20-minute walk is all they need 3 times a day. Or do it all in one go is what I've done sometimes. Nice indoor shelter, so feel the warmth and be well looked after. Occasional grooming and petting and attention. Veterinary care and sleep. Greyhounds love plenty of sleep, so greyhounds are a really great dog if none of you've got dogs. Okay, moving on. Safety needs. So obviously, like everybody, they need a bit of security to feel love, feel the attention, And kids and dogs, especially greyhounds who are really peaceful with kids, give them plenty of love and attention. It really works really well. And that alleviation of fear, that's definitely something that a dog is looking for, making sure that they're in a warm, safe and secure environment. Bonding with people and other dogs, and plenty of play. And you've got a Springer Spaniel? Yeah. Does it know when not to stop playing? No. Dogs love play. The esteem, when they reach that kind of level, that's like when the dogs feel confident, when the dog feels comfortable without feeling the dominant person. So you reach that level, you know, you've built a really good relationship. And obviously, at the end, your dog is really happy, they'll be relaxed, they'll feel fulfilled. As it says there, they'll know their place in the family, and they know what's expected of them and what they need to do. And that's really important to a dog, to know what they're expected to do. They don't like surprises. So what have I found then that helps with building trust? What are some of the key things that I've thought about and looked at? So building this trust takes time. You need to really work at it. Imagine you're learning a brand new language and you only get 2 or 3 hours time a day to learn language. It's going to take you a while to really get fluent and comfortable at it. And that's no different in building a relationship. You need to really work at it and keep going. Being kind, being fair. Fairness to a dog is key. And you really have to be fair with the dog. If you've done something and you want to reward the dog, you need to make sure you do reward the dog. The dog's expecting to be rewarded if it's done something really good. So you need to follow through with that promise. You can't be inconsistent, and that's what brings the next thing, being consistent with the dog. And the other one, remaining calm. An incident happened on Sunday. I went out to football with my son, and I'd left the chocolate bar on the side. 10 minutes later, my wife texted me to say the dog's eating the chocolate bar. Now, what you don't want to do is rant and rave at the dog. It's not their fault. I shouldn't have left the chocolate bar out. I shouldn't have left the house without making sure someone was with her. She just freaked out, panicked, and found something that was really satisfying and helped herself to it. So remaining calm even when the dog's not been on their best behaviour. Being transparent. Not quite sure I mean here by communicating what's going to happen in the future and where the roadmap's going and stuff like that. But it is, you know, making sure that you're not jumping too many surprises on the dog at once. You know, you need to be on those lines. Own your mistakes. So if it is your fault, like it was mine with the chocolate bar, there's absolutely no point me taking it out on the dog. The dog's done a natural reaction to a stressful situation, me leaving the house, etc. There's no point me blaming the dog for what's happened. And seek feedback from your dog. So how do you know that your dog likes you? How do you know that the dog knows you've got it right? How does the dog let you know how you need to improve and stuff like that? Really get to. That brings us on to spending time with your dog. You really need to know your dog. I said that be your dog. So try and put yourself, you know, sometimes try and put yourselves into their shoes, their paws, and you know, think about what it means from the dog's angle. What are they looking for? Train your dog. Dogs really love to know, you know, what's expected of them and what's supposed to happen. So training your dog is not only key for you to help you look after your dog, it's also key for the dog to know where the dog stands. If that makes sense. And lastly, as you'd expect, protect your dog. Be there for the dog. Don't let the dog get into harm's way or put them in a situation that they're gonna be, you know, feel danger. Okay. So, almost time's up. I'll try and pad it out for 35 seconds. 40 seconds. Thanks for listening on that. I mean, the last statement sort of says it all. You know, a dog that trusts you makes everything about life. About living with a dog easier. That's it. Thank you, everyone.